Hi, and welcome to Mirror Vision Guitar Lessons. Today it's a new beginning for those of you that already tried to play and never could learn before. This is something completely different because for those of you that are left-handed, you will see me play right-handed. But those of you that are right-handed, you will see me play left-handed. And that's why it does the effect of Mirror Vision. And you'll see as we go along. So if you're ready, grab your guitar and get set. What I would suggest, have yourself a hard chair. Don't sit on the sofa. Get yourself a chair and have like a little, maybe a little stool, foot peg, so you can rest your leg on. We always want to have our knee a little higher than our hips in order to release the pressure on our back spine, especially the bottom disc, which is L4 and 5 and so on. We want to make sure that we don't not necessarily injure ourselves, but do some little damage to our spine or our muscles. You're supposed to be relaxed when you're learning. So if you grab your guitar, make sure you have a little stool for your foot, and grab the guitar and put it between your legs as I do so. Why? When you go to do your bar chords later on, or even doing solos, it'll be easier to apply your technique, especially with finger technique, that is. So let's start with the D chord, if you don't mind. So first, let's start counting our strings. So if you go from the bottom going up, you'll have string number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And your frets counting will start from right at the top of your neck, where your bridge is. So you count first fret, second fret, third, fourth, fifth, and so on. So let's start by counting your fingers too, which is important. That's your number 1. You got your number 2, your number 3, and your number 4. And your thumb stays your thumb. A piano, this will be number 1. So those of you that already knows how to play piano, you might get confused a bit, because when I say number 1, you're thinking your thumb, but it's not. It's your index. Okay? So let's start by putting our finger number 1 on the 3rd string, 2nd fret. And then you'll put your finger number 2 on the 1st string, 2nd fret. Finger number 3 on your 2nd string, 3rd fret. And your thumb will come and squeeze the 6th string in the 2nd fret. And then your pick, when it comes to your pick, just put one finger in the back. We don't want to have 2 or 3 fingers. One finger should do the trick, because you want to keep those fingers for later on when we do some technique, when doing finger picking, but also with the pick and finger style. So we'd like to have one finger in the back, your thumb in the front. You should be able to see your pick, like the top of your pick on top of your thumb, and the end flush with your thumb. So you will have this little bit sticking downwards. Okay. Okay, so here we go again. I'll put back my fingers and play. And when you're doing your D chord, you gotta hit that 4th string first. That's your D note. So you go 4 and 5. You're gonna go 4, up, down, 5. Okay? Let's try this. So you got your D chord. We're going 4, up, down, up, 5, up, down, up, 4, up, down, up, 5, up, down, up, and we stop. So we did our 4 bars, because we want to count the bars we're doing. You'll have 2 bars, 4, 6, 8, depending on the song. So we'll leave finger number 3 in place, but remove 1 and 2. Remove your thumb. Then we'll slide back 1 fret. And you'll move your number 2 on the 4th string and the 2nd fret. Same as your 3rd. Then you will bend your number 2 down. What I mean by bending down, it's like grabbing your number 2 and just do that exercise. It takes a little while before you get the hang of it, because you want your number 2 to squeeze number 4 and number 3 all at once. That's your A chord. And you don't use thumb on your A chord, but you leave your thumb at the top. This will kind of hold your arm from going down. And I don't want to see you doing this, because you're putting pressure on your shoulder. We shouldn't. You should be relaxed. Your elbow should be down, free. Okay. So we go 5 and 6 on your A chord. The same technique. 5, up, down, up. 6, up, down, up, 5, up, down, up, 6, up, down, up. Then we stop. We did our 4 bars. Then we'll remove number 2. We'll slide number 3 to the 3rd fret while adding a number 4 on the first string in the 3rd fret also, and bringing number 2 on the 6th string in the same fret, all in the 3rd fret. And you will go and put your number 1 on the 5th string in the 2nd fret. You got that? So you'll play your 6 to start with because this is your G chord. So let's go 6 and 4. So you go 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 6. So you try to keep your pick loose. Don't tighten it up. So if you do, it'll go just like. Try to relax. Try to keep it. It'll turn. You'll lose it. You'll drop it. That's okay. Don't worry about it until you find the right pressure to put on to apply so that it'll stay in place. And you can always buy picks with almost like, what would you call it? It's got that little kind of a sandpaper feeling, so you can hold on. It won't slip away like the plastic does. I'm always using the Dunlop pick because of the writing on the pick. Keep it in place. Keep it from sliding out. So it's up to you, but try not to use the plastic one because it'll slide off. We want to make sure that we don't squeeze the pick too hard. We want to keep it loose so that'll give you a smooth sound. If you hold it tight, it'll be kind of a rough thing. So you know that. So you got 3 chords. We did D, A, and G. Now we want to turn back. We're going to go back. So what we're going to do is remove all beside number 3. We'll back off 1 fret. We'll put number 2 back on 4. Bend it down. And then we'll go 5 and 6. 5, 1, 2, 3, 6. Up, down, up, 5. Up, down, up, 6. Up, down, up. And we stop. Then we remove number 2. Slide back to the 3rd fret. Number 2 on the 1st string. Number 1 on the 3rd string in the 2nd fret. And your thumb will squeeze string number 6. Now if you can't squeeze it because either you got too small of a hand, when you're young, your hand's not fully developed. And sometimes some people have arthritis or any other thing that keeps you from squeezing the thumb. At least mute it then. Just touch it so there'll be no sound to it. In case you hit it. Because we don't want to hear. That's an awkward sound because that's an E chord, E note. And it doesn't match with your D. It'll go with an A or a B but not with a D. So anyway, we'll go 4 and 5. You ready? So 4, up, down, up, 5. Okay? Oops. Let's go again. 4, up, down, up, 5. Up, down, up, 4. Up, down, up, 5. Up, down, up. We stop. We did our 4 bars. Then we'll remove the 1 and 2 while we're bringing it up at the same time. When you remove it, bring them up as you're removing it. Your 2 goes on the 3rd fret, 6th string, and your 4 on the 1st string in the 3rd fret, and your 1 in the 5th. And we'll go 6, 4. 6, up, down, up, 4, up, down, up, 6, up, down, up, 4, up, down, up. And then we stop. And then we'll come back to D. So remove everything from 3. While you're removing it, bring them down. Just do the motion at the same time. Okay? And position yourself back on your D chord. And you go 4, up, down, up, 5, up, down, up, 4, up, down, up, 5, up, down, up. Okay, now we stop. The thing why D, A, G, A, D, G, we want to learn to go forward, backward, up, down, doesn't matter. But we want to, and also, those are pattern for some songs already built in as you're learning. So that's what we want to do. We're getting ready so we can play song as fast as we can. We should be able to play songs at the latest, your 6th week to the 7th week. We should be able to play songs, no problem. So, practice your technique, practice your pick, rewind again if you have to. You're in the comfort of your home, you can do whatever you want. But try to practice an hour a day. Don't forget that. That is the key to success. You cannot learn if you don't practice, I'm sorry. If you don't have the intention of practicing, well, you might as well stop this right away. You're just losing your time. But in order to learn, an hour a day. Now when I say an hour a day, not 15 minutes and quit and come back another 15 minutes. Try to already set yourself a pace like, okay, every night from 6 to 7, this is my time I'm going to practice. Or 8 to 9, whatever the hour is. But always keep the same hours and make sure to practice 7 days a week. So at the 6th week, you'll be starting to play solid, and that's going to be awesome.